how to make it work for smaller organisations?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a very, very simple model, which I call RICE, and obviously forgive the acronym there, but, I've talked heavily throughout this morning's session, Gillian, around actually research. It really is important for all organisations who want to supply to the public sectors to understand how they approach. Now, there is an obligation on all public sector organisations to publish opportunities. They also will publish what we call their contract standing orders. So YPO is owned by 13 local authorities. Every single one of those local authorities has contract standing orders, which describes how they are obligated or how they will manage those opportunities. So it may be up to, say, £10,000 they can place the business with a supplier of their choice. Up to, say, £25,000 they may have to elicit 3 quotes. Anything above another threshold, say above £50,000, it may be a mandatory tender. And then obviously once you get into the high value procurements, you're then bound by whatever the regulations are. So pre-Brexit it was the EU regulations which are still in force, but obviously moving soon to the new UK regulations which you referenced earlier. So what I would say is go and do your research and find out about how those public sector organisations, whether it's local authorities, whether it's charities, whether it's police forces, whether it's universities, FE colleges, how those public sector organisations approach. Because what you may do is find out you're missing some of those lower value opportunities, which could be really important to SMEs and VCSEs to actually get a foothold into the door. Inform, providing insight into current legislation and the new innovation developments. Talk to us, tell us what's going on in your marketplace, what's going on in your industry. We've referenced some earlier around FSA versus the other non-mandatory accreditations, things like that. And talk to procurement people, talk to budget holders, build your network through the Federation of Small Businesses and other organisations that are in your area. Use that networking opportunity. Lobbying MPs, there's always a good opportunity to lobby MPs, so YPO does a lot of lobbying of MPs around potential legislation and how that may impact. I mentioned a little bit more there around leveraging membership of your trade bodies. Let those trade bodies do the work for you. Engage with the local government association. They're a lobbying organisation on behalf of local authorities as well. So try and build up that network to inform and collaborate. And then when you actually get into the tender phase itself, use those accreditations as your evidence, because the evidence that you can provide in a tender, and I say it all the time, evidence against criteria, that's how you score the extra marks. So your example there, Gillian, earlier around your small business, the kennels, the extracurricular activities you did around day trips and supporting education, that's not necessarily a mandatory requirement in terms of delivering the service to the local authorities, but it added value that allows those organisations to meet some of their social value criteria as well, and it can provide a commercial opportunity as well to the small business. So use that evidence, understand how it adds the value, and use it to your advantage.